Alright, today we're working on finding the factors of a number. Now today we're going to be finding the factors, as an example, factors of the number 24. Now we do a lot with finding factors in 5th grade. That's a pretty big topic that we cover, and it's definitely going to be on a lot of the tests. So it's important to understand how to find the factors of a number. So let's start with 24. To list factors of a number, you first have to figure out what times what equals the number we're talking about. So we're going to start with the lowest one. Let's start with what's obvious. We know that 1 times something is definitely 24 because 1 is a factor of every single number. 1 times 24 is 24. Let's go and see if there's 2 times something that equals 24. Well, I know that 24 is an even number because all even numbers end in either 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. And since 24 ends in 4, that means it's even. And every single even number has 2 as a factor. In this case, 2 times 12 equals 24. So let's go to 3. How could I figure out if 3 is a factor of 24? Well, here's a little trick you can use for any number. You just take the digits of the number, in this case it's 2 and 4, and add them together. When we add 2 and 4 together, we get 6. And if the number you get when you add them together has 3 as a factor, then 3 is also a factor of this number. In this case, 3 is a factor of 6, so that means it's also a factor of 24. And just from knowing our facts, we know that 3 times 8 is 24. Let's go on to 4. Now I don't really have any tricks for figuring out if 4 is a factor of any number, but all you have to do here is think back to your 4 times table. Start with what you know. Well, I know that 4 times 3 is 12, and that's too low. 4 times 4 is 16, that's still too low. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. Bingo. There it is right there. 4 times 6. Now to figure out if 5 is a factor of any number, let's figure out if 5 is a factor of a number. A number has to end in either 0 or 5 to have 5 as a factor. In this case, 24 doesn't end in 0 or 5. That means 5 is not a factor. So our next number would be 6. But look, up here we've already figured out that 4 times 6 is 24. That means that 6 times 4 is just the same thing. Now we've hit a repeat. We've hit a repeating factor pair here. Once we've hit that repeat, that tells us we have listed all the factors that there are. So I'm just going to go ahead and erase this because we've already put it there. Now each one of these sets of numbers here, these are called factor pairs. That's 2 factors put together. Factor pairs. But to list the factors of a number, we have to go through our factor pairs and take out each individual number. So in this case we would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. These are all the factors of 24.